morning? We'll try that again. How is everyone doing this morning? There we go, yes. Good energy in the room. Grateful to have you all here. Welcome to Unity of Tucson. I'm Reverend Jonathan Zenz, the senior minister here at this beautiful, beautiful spiritual center. And we are here to celebrate love. That's what today is all about. That's what every day is all about. Every day is an opportunity to celebrate love. So just as a reminder, if you were watching online, we normally have been running this montage of faces in our community, and we decided to retire that particular montage. We are asking for new submissions of video, 10 to 15 seconds long, of you dancing or waving or saying hello. And there are instructions on how to submit for that montage on our email and also on the description of this video. So I just wanted to let everybody know that that's why you're not seeing the montage today, as we start with our opening song. And you know what? I know the truth about you. I feel the power within you. I know that love surrounds you. Everything is all right. I know the truth about you. I see the light within you. Just let it shine on brightly. Everything is all right. I see you dripping with abundance and ease. I see you enjoying the life you please. Playful at work and creative at play. I see you in gratitude every day. And I say, I know the truth about you. I feel the power within you. I know that love surrounds you. Everything is all right. I know the truth about you. I see the light within you. Just let it shine on brightly. Everything is all right. I know the dreams of your heart want to fly. It's time to spread your wings and give it a try. The love you give, you know you're bound to receive. Your good can only grow the more you believe. Come on now, I know the truth about you. I feel the power within you. I know that love surrounds you. Everything is all right. I know the truth about you. I see the light within you. Just let it shine on brightly. Everything is all right. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Your biggest self can't be denied. You got no place to hide because I know the truth about you. I feel the power within you. I know that love surrounds you. Everything is all right. I know the truth about you. I see the light within you. Just let it shine on brightly. Everything is all right. I know the truth about you. I feel the power within you. I know that love surrounds you. Everything is all right. I know the truth about you. I see the light within you. Just let it shine on brightly. Everything is all right. Woo! I love starting the day with a good upbeat song, don't you? I love listening. You know, when I drive in every morning to the church or to, irrespective of which morning it is, I always have my radio blasting for the 2 minutes it takes me to drive here. Usually the Broadway channel on Sirius XM. I thought more people would laugh at that. So good morning, welcome to another beautiful high-energy Sunday. We are here to raise the roof, to raise our own vibration, to deepen into the understanding that we are a raised vibration rooted in one idea, and that is that each and every one of us is this divine infinite presence. We call it by many names. We call it God, we call it Spirit, we call it universal consciousness, we call it spiritual principle, we call it by many, many names. But here's what I know about it. It is the truth of who we are. I know the truth about you. I know the truth about you, I know the truth about me, and the truth is we are divine. What a great feeling that is, isn't it? So I announced last week that we have a brand new vision and mission here at Unity of Tucson, and so I would love for you to share by saying out loud our new vision statement with me. We envision a world awakened to its magnificence. We envision a world awakened to its magnificence, and the world is magnificent, and I'm grateful that we are able to envision this world. But you know how we get there? How we get there is through our mission. That's the purpose of a mission, is to put practical tools to that vision statement. And here is our mission statement, if you would read this with me. Love only, forgive everything, remember who you are.
When we love only, when we forgive everything, when we remember who we are activating that which is within us that is showing up in the world as the experience of our lives. And this is what it can be rooted in. And that just makes life better all around. If you're joining us for the first time today, if you're online joining us for the first time today, I would love for you to let us know that you've joined us. There is a way that you can connect and let us know a little bit about you. If you go to unitytucson.com/connect, you can fill out some information there. We'd love to know that you are here with us. If you are in the room and you are joining us for the first time, if you feel comfortable standing up and identifying yourself, we have a gift for you. We would love to share a gift with you. And there's a couple things around this gift. First of all, there's a physical gift, but I think it's important that we also share this gift with you. And so if you have been here before, I'd love for us to turn around, take a look at the people who are joining us for the first time, and let them know what it is we know about them. And here it is. 1, 2, 3. You are magnificent. Yes, you are. You are absolutely magnificent. Deeply grateful that you've decided to share your beautiful Sunday morning with us. I think it's important also that we are able to exclaim this for ourselves. And so I would like for us all to say this out loud. I am magnificent. I am magnificent. You are magnificent. We are living the lives of being magnificent. If you haven't guessed, I want to normalize our own sense of magnificence. That's part of my ministry. And so let's really take that to heart. Let's take it to heart in a bit of a quiet way as we enter into a time of centering and meditation. If you're online, you can use the chat for a moment just to acknowledge the community that are joining with you here today. If you're in the room, feel free to begin to quiet the physical body, quiet your physical presence, quiet the breath. If you want to take a look around at the beautiful faces that surround you, seeing the face of God everywhere you are, you're welcome to do so. I have the advantage of being able to be up here to see the face of God so beautifully. If it's comfortable and safe for you, feel free to close your eyes or let them fall to a soft, unfocused gaze, allowing ourselves to turn the attention to the inner life. For the inner life is creating the external circumstances. And so as we place our focus on the internal, we are affecting the external. Just allow yourself now to become aware of the natural rhythm of your breath, the rise and fall of each inhale and exhale, letting it be natural and in the flow. Just allowing an awareness. Just notice. Check in with the physical body to see if there's any place where you might be holding on to any unnecessary physical tension. Allow yourself to simply release and relax. Allowing a sensation of wholeness and presence right here, right now. Letting go of anything that has preceded this moment and releasing any expectation for what is to follow. Allow yourself to say silently to yourself, I am here. I'm going to speak the words of this month's affirmation. And I invite you to simply take these words in and let them simply be present in your mind and in your heart. I'll say them through a few times, and then we can sit in contemplation of them for just a few moments. I am always in the flow of life, growing and stretching into the best version of me. I am always in the flow of life, growing and stretching into the best version of me. I am always in the flow of life, growing and stretching into the best version of me. I am always in the flow of life, growing and stretching into the best version of me.
I am dropping down to the truth of who I am. I am dropping down, surrendering in love. I am dropping down to the truth of who I am. I am dropping down, surrendering in love. I am indeed dropping down, surrendering in love right in this very moment, this present moment. And it is in this moment that I affirm and know that there is only one infinite power and presence. There's only one source of all creation. There is only one infinite consciousness. There is God and nothing else. God, this greatness on demand, this core life force energy animating all that is. And this is the truth of our being. We are this very power and presence. This is our identity. For there can be no separation in the infinite. There is only wholeness. So knowing this and trusting this, I lay claim to the understanding that we are each and every one of us flowing forth as the divine, lightly, easefully, and gently in all our interactions, in everything that we do. All is flowing forth gracefully and evolving perfectly. And so it is with gratitude in my heart for this understanding, gratitude for being in this flow, being in this energy, existing as this flow and existing as this energy, and knowing that this is who and what we all are. It is with gratitude that I simply let it be as I relax, release, trust, and know this to be so. And so it is. I am dropping down to the truth of who I surrendering in love, surrendering in love, surrendering in love, surrendering in love.
I'm going to invite Carol to join me here on the platform. Good morning, Carol. Carol Withy is one of our lighters of our keepers of the flames, and so she lights the flames of faith on the second Sunday of every month. That's the schedule. The Flames of Faith, it's a ritual, a ceremony that we engage in every single week here to honor all the faith traditions, all the religious paths, all the spiritual ideas that exist throughout this entire world. And I think, well, we're focused on this world, but I think we can look at the entire universe as well. Sometimes I think we think we're the entire universe, and there's so much more to the universe than just this little planet, right? But as we light each of these candles, it is with the affirmation and understanding that each one of these paths is rooted in one idea, and that is love. They're all rooted in love, and they've all been born from love. And so that's what we are honoring here today with each candle that we light. And so we light a candle for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. We light a candle for the shamanic traditions, honoring the beliefs and practices of all indigenous peoples, the way of primal spirituality. We light a candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light a candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light a candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. We light a candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light a candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of submission to the divine will of love as the highest calling. We light a candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. We light a candle for all forms of New Thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles. We light a candle for all faith traditions unnamed in this ceremony, and for any seekers who may be unaware of the power and presence of God, Spirit, universal consciousness in their lives, and for the space that we are holding open for them, keeping open in our own hearts. We light a candle to represent the healing of any circumstance which requires the expression of the divine. This is our healing candle. This candle represents the light at the core of each and every one of us, the healing light that we all possess. And so this is your candle for whatever's in your mind and in your heart that requires illumination, that requires an understanding of the God essence at the core of your entire experience. Thank you. This candle here on your left is our peace candle, which we keep consistently illuminated with this understanding that it represents the core of peace at our hearts. And as we allow that core of peace to express through our thoughts, our actions, our intentions, we create a more peaceful experience of life all around. And so let us honor this candle by reading together the prayer for world peace. Divine love indwells each person and radiates from one to another. Harmony is established and peace begins to reign in the world. Indeed it does. Carol, would you please join me? So the other thing that I do with our Keepers of the Flames is I get some feedback on the previous week's homework. If you're new to this community, I give homework every week, things to work on between Sundays, because I believe that it is necessary to make this stuff practical and to put it to use in our lives. It's great to come and feel inspired on a Sunday. Isn't it feel good to be inspired on a Sunday? But also we want to put this to use in our lives. Yeah. So Carol's going to talk a little bit about last week's homework and how she engaged with it. But I will remind you of what the homework was. It was to keep a diary or a journal or whatever throughout the week. And just note your interactions throughout the week. Note your interactions. Take care to notice when you might be unconsciously measuring others based on perceptions of limitation. I talked a lot about how we can limit our ideas of others based on limitation. And then what do? We spiritually shame them sometimes, right? So there was that. The idea was to look past that dark mirror that I talked about to see the face of God in everyone you encounter. So my question to you is, how did that go?
Well, first of all, I really had trouble remembering what the homework was. I had to write it down and look at it every time I thought about it because I kept forgetting. So that was odd. Anyway, I found most of my relationships are like this. Oh, we have a difference of opinion. I think we do. Let's talk about it. Okay, let's adjust. I can adjust there. But did you notice out in the big world, it's like this? Yes, no, yes. About something as simple as where to wear a mask. It's like, you're wrong, you're dumb. So what I came across really thinking about is, okay, you're a child of God. Yes, I am. Shut up. All that kind of thing that goes on. How do you manage that and accept that person on the other side of this bridge is magnificent, a child of God, one who has great wisdom, even though they may be screaming profanities at you, It's like, golly gee. And I got a little stuck on that.
No, that's okay.
I got just a little stuck on that. Well, first we want to listen and accept that both of them can listen to the very same presentation and make very different conclusions. Did you see that evidence? I'm right. No, it said I'm right. So I had no answers, just questions.
And that's okay. You know what? Living in the question is actually a great spiritual practice as well. And I want to honor the fact that, you recognize that experience that we're having in the world right now.
Yeah, we are.
And understanding it from a spiritual perspective. And not shaming either side of the equation. I think that's really important.
It's not wrong.
Here's the thing. Neither is wrong. Neither is wrong. We make choices based on what we know. We make choices based on divine intuition and wisdom that comes through each and every one of us.
Even though over here, I think he's wrong.
Well, you may, but here's the thing. What if nobody was wrong?
Nobody's wrong.
No, what if nobody was wrong? What if we were all right? What a world we would live in if we were all right, right? Yeah. One of the funny things is sometimes I finish on a Sunday and I think, I just want to minister. I don't want to be making public health decisions anymore. But that's a challenge of being in a community like this too, is I have to work with the board. We have to make public health decisions based on the evidence that we receive and what we feel is appropriate, And so it's been an interesting balance this year, for sure. Thank you so much, Carol.
Thank you.
Really appreciate you and love you and deeply grateful for you. Whomever is lighting the candles next week, I think the homework is going to be easier to remember this week. I'll tell you the homework later, though. Before we get to that, though, I have a song, one of my favorite songs in the world to sing. I sing this at least once a year, and grateful to bring it to you. If you know Jason Mraz, you'll recognize this song.
If this life is one act, why do we lay all these traps? We put them right in our path when we just want to be free. I will not waste my days making up all kinds of ways to worry my life. Easy and breezy, with peace in my mind. I got peace in my heart, I got peace in my soul. Wherever I'm going, I'm already home. I'm living in the moment. I'm letting myself off the hook for things that I've done. I let the past go past, and now I'm having more fun. I'm letting go of the thoughts that do not make me strong, and I believe this way can be the same for everyone. And if I fall asleep, I know you'll be the one who'll always remind me to live in the moment, to keep living my life. Easy and breezy, with peace in my mind, with peace in my heart, with peace in my soul. Wherever I'm going, I'm already home. I can't walk through life facing backwards. I've tried more than once to just make sure, but I was denied the future I've been searching for. But I spun around and hurt no more. By living in the moment, living my life, easy and breezy, with peace in my mind, with peace in my heart, with peace in my soul. Wherever I'm going, I'm already home. I'm living in the moment, I'm living my life, easy and breezy, with peace in my mind. I got peace in my heart, I got peace in my soul. Wherever I'm going, I'm already home. I'm living in the moment.
Thank you. Isn't that a great song? It's just such a good, just feel good when I sing that song. I feel good when I hear that song. That's a great album, by the way, Jason Mraz's Love album, if you ever have a chance to pick it up. It's an awesome album, and very much in alignment with the principles we teach here, you know, which are universal principles, principles of love and light and harmony and joy. That's what we're here to experience. You know, Thomas Troward, one of the luminaries of New Thought, said that the only purpose of life was to live in joy. That's it. And if there's anything in your life that is not joyful, let it go. It is not worth the mental anguish that we put ourselves through to not be in joy. And we're the ones who are in charge of that, no matter what. And that's hard sometimes, right? Because here's what I'm ultimately saying. We are responsible for the experience and expression of our lives. Nobody ever wants to hear that. They want something out there to blame, right? They want to blame that person, or they want to blame God. It doesn't work that way within the New Thought paradigm. We are, each and every one of us, the expression of God, and so as we understand this and we take this to heart, we must live that expression wholly, both holy and holy. Get it? Yeah. Have you ever lived through a renovation? On June 2nd of this year, my husband walked into the kitchen and noticed that there was a little soft spot in the kitchen ceiling, which is right below our second floor washrooms. And so he said, "I think we have a problem." So we call a plumber and they start tearing it all apart, you know, and then we have to bring in, you know, a restoration company to do moisture mitigation, because there was indeed a leak up there. It was pretty awful, and you know, within about a week, our entire second floor washroom, the guest and the master, were completely ripped apart. We had a huge hole in our ceiling in the kitchen. That was in June that began, and we're getting closer to having it completely repaired now. So I ask you again, have you ever lived through a renovation? You know, through this experience of going through this, I have experienced both the good and easy. I have experienced missed steps. I've experienced miscommunication with contractors. I have experienced the unexpected. I have experienced so much in this, and I started thinking that this has all got to be a spiritual lesson. It wouldn't be happening to me if there were not something to be known within it, right? It's a good metaphor for life. A renovation can be a microscopic representation of the macrocosmic experience of that which we can go through to overhaul our minds and our hearts. Because I think we're constantly in the state of renovating our own minds and hearts. The promise of New Thought, the New Thought philosophy, and it doesn't matter which part of the New Thought philosophy you ascribe to. If it's unity, that's magnificent. If it's religious science, that's magnificent. If it's divine science, it's magnificent. If it's the Universal Federation for Better Living, we're all wanting one thing. We're all teaching one thing, and that is this promise. Life gets better. Because that is the nature of evolution, to constantly be flowing forth and getting better and better and better and better. And yet some people, once upon a time, myself included among this, in that process of mental renovation to make life better, some people give up in the middle of the renovation. They're like, well, I haven't reached it yet, so what's the point? I'm going to go back to my humdrum life of blaming everybody else around me, because that was easy. That's easy. Mental and spiritual renovation is simple, not always easy. The ideas are simple, but applying them is not always the easiest thing, right? You have questions after last week's homework. That's okay. Here's the thing. If we are committed to seeing it through, we can let go of the time frame of what it's going to take to evolve ourselves to the next level of enlightenment and open ourselves up to being renovated in this moment. So yeah, many people give up in the middle of the renovation. Some people take that deep dive and they thrive. It's all born of a desire for change. Why do we come here? Why do we involve ourselves in the New Thought philosophy? I think many of us come here because we're like, they're promising some form of change. I can change my life, right? The whole tagline of the philosophy has been change your thinking, change your life. And now we hear that everywhere. You know that, do you ever, So there's a commercial, I don't know, I hear this commercial around for Noom, which is this, weight loss, and the thing is change your thinking and change your, basically they're using the same tagline. You change your thinking, you change your approach to your relationship with food and with exercise and everything. You change that relationship internally and you lose weight. So everybody's teaching some form of new thought. Oprah's teaching it, right? Everybody's teaching it. So why do you come here on a Sunday? It's everywhere in the world. The philosophy is out there. Well, I think we come here on a Sunday because we love to be in community, and for that I am deeply grateful. Anyway, I've gotten off track just a little bit. Go figure. So, one of the things that happened is we made, Dane and I, Dane is my husband, we made a decision when we were looking at our home in disrepair and thinking, well, the insurance company is going to cover basically putting it back to the way it was. Right? That's all that they want to spend the money on. Put it back to the way that it was. Well, we decided that we were ready for a change, and we were going to do some upgrades. That's also a possibility, to consistently say that in the renovation, I am in a space of being able to upgrade my mind. And so we've been upgrading, and that's probably part of the reason that's taken a little bit longer, because we're just going to go for it, right? Even amongst the chaos, the seeming chaos, there was a vision that held in our hearts. How many of you have a chaotic mind? I do. I had a really hard time learning how to meditate because of, monkey mind, that chaos that goes on within. But that's the value of spiritual practice. As you keep renovating, as you keep at it, it does become easier. I always talk about this stuff being work, and it continues to be work until you've embodied it. Then it's no longer work, it's just your new way of being. So amongst this chaos, seeming chaos, what is chaos? Chaos, well, let me define chaos. Chaos is the seemingly disordered, right? It's the opposite, actually, of cosmos. Cosmos, the term cosmos literally means the well-ordered universe. Cosmos is the antonym of chaos. And there's this thing out there called chaos theory. You ever hear of chaos theory? Right? Chaos theory is the study of change that apparently follows simple rules, but which can exhibit apparently random behavior. Chaos theory, in the most general sense, studies systems that are deterministic yet unpredictable. So we can determine what we think the outcome will be, but it's unpredictable what that outcome actually will be. Now, determinism in philosophy is a theory that all events, including moral choices, are completely determined by previously existing causes. That's determinism. That all events, that is, all circumstances, are completely determined by previously existing causes. Now, we teach in New Thought that the cause is entirely in mind and in heart. That if we are looking to change the circumstances of our life, the thing that we must address is that which is within each and every one of us. Change your thinking, change your life. Change your beliefs, change your life. I'm having a moment. I'm hearing drips, which is not good, but we know the roof needs to be replaced. That's a whole other story. Okay, I'm hearing drips over here. So change your thinking, change your life. Change the cause and the effect follows. Now, we sometimes experience the unpredictable in that, right? And I think that's actually a good thing. I think it is a good thing because if we think we know what the outcome should look like, we have limited ourselves in terms of what the outcome can be that is to our highest and best. Did you get that? If we think we know what it should look like, we have now limited the potential and the possibility for what it can be. And it could and can be so much more than we could ever imagine. Our work is to rely on cause and allow the effects. Chaos also works this way. We change one small thing. We can change one perception of a small thing in our minds. In that system, the result, being unpredictable, can be exponential in its expression. So let's let go of the idea that we have to change our thinking. It may be just one idea that we're ready to let go of today that will change the progress of our experience of life. So, there are many ways that this unfolds, and there are ways that we can activate this in our life. Now, we have a tendency to look at conditions. We have a tendency to look at the experiences of our lives and relate our mental constructs based on those experiences and make decisions based on those conditions and those experiences. So we ask ourselves, is life good? And then we look at our lives. I see all the things that are happening, and based on all of those things, I guess life is good. But why don't we just decide that life is good and allow those things to follow? We may ask the question, am I loved? And then we look out there for all the proof that people are offering to say, yes, you are loved. Why don't we just decide, I am loved? And we attract into our experience those who are in alignment with that very idea, love. Does my life have value? It's a big one we look at. We look to all the circumstances of our lives to determine if we have value. Let that go. Say, yes, I am valuable, and everything else shows up accordingly. But we keep looking to circumstances for the proof We keep looking to the experiences for the proof. Let it go. Live in the moment. Live your life. And make the determination right here and right now that all is well. I am loved. Life is good. My life has value. When we depend on conditions, any condition, ultimately what we are doing is we are creating the potential for disorder and inharmony. Because we've given the infinite power that is at the core of our being out to something out there. And we begin to believe in a sense of separation. And any degree to which we feel separation is the degree to which we can invite chaos into our lives in an unhealthy way. So, today is all about dealing with the causes in mind. The causes in mind. And there are many ways that we can deal with this. If we're ready for some mental renovations, and I think we're all ready for some, I'm ready for some mental renovations. Are you ready for some mental renovations? I have 4 steps, 4 things that you can look at to renovate your mind. Number 1, throw away what no longer works for you in mind. Throw it away. Let it go. Determine what can be immediately discarded from your thinking. Determine what can be immediately discarded from your belief system. Determine what can be immediately discarded from your feeling space. Let it go. What is it that you keep bringing to mind that no longer works for you? Throw it away. Make the determination right here and right now. Say, I am done with these things. I am done thinking about lack. I am done thinking about limitation. I am done thinking in terms of doubt. I am done thinking in terms of worry. I am done thinking in terms of fear. Throw it out. Let it go. Easier said than done, yes? Because those things are so insidious. And our minds are like, I read a thing recently, it said, our minds are like Velcro to negative thoughts. And like Teflon to positive thoughts. You ever experienced that? So it's going to take work. It's going to take work. But start by saying, I am done, I throw it out. Number 2, give away that which can be given away. Give away that which can be given away. You can give away things that are useful, that have been useful to you. In fact, I'm going to encourage you to give away those things that are useful and still have value. Give it away. Share them with others. Share the love. Share the light. Share the peace. Share the joy. Share the life force energy that you know you are. The great thing about giving these things away is that they are infinite. So as you give them away, you can never give them all away. You can never get rid of them entirely. And as you give them away, guess what? You're going to be met with other people giving those same things away, and you're going to be in this infinite circulation of the good. There are some things, this is number 3, there are some things which we will want to keep, but we're going to store them. We're going to keep some things, but store them. These are going to be things that work for you, but perhaps not necessary on a daily basis. We can hold on to things. Now, there are going to be people who will come up and argue with me and say, but don't we teach that principle is not bound by precedent? That very jargony phrase. Principle is not bound by precedent, which is whatever we're holding on to does not serve as a precedent for what we are going to experience. And I say, yes, we believe that, but we're usually talking about that in a negative sense, in that principle is not bound by negative precedent. But we can choose in our lives to utilize something from our past, a positive experience from our past, to set the precedent for our experience moving forward. We can choose to live by accepting that as precedent. But it is not a fait accompli. It does not have to be that way. But so what I'm saying today is choose to keep that which is from your past in your present, store it away, and utilize it when you need it. We get to allow whatever we choose to be precedent in our life. We often take those negative approaches, and let's just get rid of that today. Keep them. Store the good. Store the wholeheartedness. Store the love. And know that you always, always, always have access when you need it. I have a friend who has a great precedent-setting tone for his life. His name is Curtis. We call him Curtis C, because his name is Curtis, middle initial C, Jackson. But we all just call him, hey, it's Curtis C. Curtis C, my friend, used to greet others in a way that his great-grandmother would greet him. And he would greet others by saying, "Good morning, baby. It's time to go out and meet your great." Good morning, baby. It's time to go out and meet your great. That is something to keep and store and use when you want to use it. Definitely. So, we have things that we're throwing out, we have things that we're sharing, and we have things that we're keeping and storing. Well, there are going to be some things that we're not so sure about, and that's number 4. Have a not sure pile. I don't really know if this is appropriate or not. You know, this is going to be a tricky one. This will be a tricky one because you may not recognize right in that moment what is something you want to keep, throw out, store. You may not know. Do you keep it? Do you release it? Here's the thing. Put these things in a box. And you know, like they say when you're if you don't know how to get rid of something physical in your life, put them in a box for 6 months, and if you don't touch that box, throw away the whole box. You ever hear about that? This is the same principle. Go ahead and put those things in a box and say, it's there if I need it, but if I find that I don't need it, then I have made an idea. That's not the way I want to phrase this. I'm usually much better at this. The not sure pile, you put in the box, leave it in the box. If you find you need it, it's there. But if you don't need it, 6 months from now, throw it away. Same idea. It's okay to not know in this moment some of the things you may want to keep or get rid of or store. It's okay. Let yourself off the hook. Let yourself off the hook. That's living in the mystery. That's living in pure potentiality, I think. It's living the question. It's living the question. Romans chapter 12, verse 2 says, "Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind." It's one of the most commonly referred to bits of scripture within New Thought churches. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind. The renewing of your mind can be the renovation of your mind. Be transformed by the renovation of your mind. This is the work we are doing. Spend less time trying to change or manipulate the conditions and spend more time changing your mind. From chaos, we can create cosmos, the natural state of the divine. As Alexander Pope has said, and many, many, many people have agreed with and utilized this quote, order is heaven's first law. Order is heaven's first law. We have the capacity to let the chaos go and live in cosmos, universal harmony and order only. At all times, it's all a state of mind. That's what we teach. Heaven is a state of mind. So the first law of mind is order. Let us take this to heart. Let us trust this today, perhaps more so than ever before, because that is the start of a mental renovation. Peace and blessings to you. You are magnificent. So the homework this week is a lot easier, because I basically just gave it to you through the whole talk. Go through those 4 steps. Go through the 4 steps. Determine what needs renovation. Complete every thought. This is part of how you can make some determinations. Complete every thought you have this week with one of these phrases or something akin to this. Finish a thought and say, "and so it is." Or finish a thought and say, "no matter what." I guarantee you that illumination of what is appropriate and what is not appropriate is going to become very clear if you are making definite statements like that. So what can be kept? What needs to be tossed immediately? What needs to be stored? And what is it you are unsure of? Go through the experience this week and see what happens. That's the homework this week. I'm going to invite us all to relax right where we are as we move into this time of reflection. And so if there is something in your heart or in your mind that has resonated with you deeply today, let yourself bring it to your mental awareness. And just let it be as we relax and accept and know.
In the stillness of this moment, I feel love. I feel love. In the stillness of this moment, I feel love. I feel love, and I rest and trust and breathe and know that in the stillness of this moment I feel love. In the stillness of this moment I feel peace. I feel peace. In the stillness of this moment I feel peace. I feel peace, and I rest and trust and breathe and know that in the stillness of this moment I feel peace.
Right here in this moment, I am fully immersed in this understanding, and invite us all to be immersed in this understanding that there is only one infinite power, one presence. There is only God, greatness on demand, and it is expressing itself as all creation, and this is inclusive of each and every one of us. There is only this infinite power and energy. We are this very power and energy, as are all things. And we are living lives of choice, and those choices are backed by this infinite power and presence. And so our lives are unfolding based on that which is within. And so let us address today that which is within, knowing what to keep, what to throw out, what to store, and what we may not be so sure about. Allowing ourselves to go on the journey of mental renovation. We are constantly in a state of transforming our minds. We are constantly in a state of transforming our life. All that is required lies within, right here, at the core of each and every one of us. And so it is in gratitude that I simply allow this to unfold magnificently and wholeheartedly. I lay claim to its perfect outcome. Knowing this to be so, I allow it to be so. And so it is.
In the stillness of this moment I feel love. I feel love. In the stillness of this moment I feel love. I feel love, and I rest and trust and breathe and know that in the stillness of this moment I feel love.
Thank you so much. Technology. It just disappeared for a moment, so I fixed it. I'm going to invite William Summers to the platform to lead us in our time of giving. Hello, William. William is the vice president of our board of directors and does such magnificent work with the board, and I'm deeply grateful.
Well, hello, Reverend Jonathan.
Well, hello, William.
Okay.
Shall I call you Reverend William? Maybe someday?
I tell you what, let's shorten it. Just call me God, and I'm good with that.
All right, God.
But I need to call you God also.
That's right. Because there is no thing that is not.
That's right. Oh, there's God sitting
there's
out
God
there.
sitting
There's
out
God
there.
watching online. You're right, God is everywhere.
God is everywhere, yes.
All right, last week I tried to be serious, somewhat unsuccessfully, so I'm going to give it another go this week. I'm so grateful for all the support that you give this spiritual center. It's not possible for this to occur without what you contribute. Now, that being said, I was going to call it a mistake, but it's not a mistake. That's a judgment. It didn't work. At a previous spiritual center I was at, they would run capital campaigns for different things, just as we're running a capital campaign for the roof now. And often we had, just as we have here, a generous donor that would do some matching funds. So my thought at the time was, hey, if I throw $100 in here, they're going to match it with 100, it suddenly becomes 200. And so I would give to that campaign. The problem was, there wasn't anything to run the church then. The campaign was doing really well, but there was nothing to run the church. And so what came to mind for me was, okay, so a capital campaign is something above what I normally give for the day-to-day operations. And it's not something that's ongoing, that's going to last forever, and I'm going to go to the poorhouse or something. That's not going to happen. It's just for a specific purpose. So my wife and I, we do the automatic donation, but this Sunday we're throwing in an extra envelope for the roof, because I don't know about you, but I like to come here. I like to sit in a dry spot. I don't want to have to wear a Speedo here, and trust me, you don't want to see me sitting out there in a Speedo either, so I'm sorry.
That's okay, it's just I never know what you're going to say.
I don't either, so.
At least you're entertaining. At least you're entertaining.
So, so please, thank you so much for what you do to keep this community running, and thank you so much for helping us raise the funds to put a new roof on. So the ways you can give, online, you can go to unitytucson.com. There's a button you can click there. You can phone in your credit or debit card. There'd be somebody to answer during the week, Monday through Thursday. You can send in a check using any device you want to use to get the check here. You can text Unity Tucson to 73256 if you have a smartphone. Now, for those of you that are in the room, we have baskets right on the sides of the door. As you go out, you can drop whatever you care to share in the basket. If you don't have any cash and you still feel the need to share, stop in at the bookstore. They'll take a debit or credit card from you, and you can contribute that way. So once again, thank you so much, and I love all of you so much.
Thank you, William. Would you like to lead us in our...
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you got it working again.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. If you join me in our giving statement, I share this gift with love, conscious of the inner presence as the lavish source and substance of my supply. I am rooted in the assurance that this gift blesses Unity of Tucson, and I trust in its ever-present circulation, knowing its blessings return to me. And so it is.
And so it is. Thank you so much. If you're contributing online through our website, I do want to let you know that there's a way to choose giving to the general fund as well as giving to the roof fund. So just take a look at that when you go to the link. There's a fund drop-down menu, and you can choose either one, or you can choose you can choose both and say, I'd like to give this much to the general fund and this much to the roof fund. And that is one thing that is happening here. We are raising funds to replace our roof, which is in desperate need of repair. We had a lot of rain this week, right? We had a big leak. I don't know if you can see, the ceiling is coming undone up there, and we're going to have to go and repair that. But we do need a new roof, and we've had a generous offer for a matching donation of up to $20,000. We need to raise $80,000, and if we can do it by November 23rd, which is the birth date of the contributor who's making the match, that person is turning 80. We're calling it 80 by 80. So 80,000 by the time this person turns 80. We'd love for you to participate in that. We have yoga happening on Mondays at 9:30 a.m. right here in Harmony Hall. Please join us for yoga. We also have, if you are interested in being an official member of Unity of Tucson, one of the requirements to do that is to take a new membership orientation. The next new member orientation course is going to be on September 11th. It is a Saturday. I'm planning on doing it here at Unity, possibly also making it available online, so having it be a hybrid that particular date. If you're interested in that, please do send me an email. You can send it to revjonathan@unitytucson.com. We're also planning on having a town hall meeting on Sunday, September 12th, following service. There will be more details on what is going to be happening at that town hall meeting as we move forward. I'm also going to begin again the silent unity practice on Wednesdays in the middle of the day in our prayer room. You're welcome to join me for prayer and meditation at 12:30 every single Wednesday, beginning August 25th. So that begins a week from this coming Wednesday. And looking forward to that. I love to just get grounded and right in the middle of the day. What else do I have to tell you? I have to tell you this, that I am deeply grateful for everyone who makes this experience happen. I'm grateful for Wally and Don and Aiden, our technical crew in the back. Thank you so much for making sure that we are seen and heard magnificently. I want to say thank you to William Summers, the vice president of our board, for leading our giving today. And Carol Withy, of course, thank you so much for sharing what it is you shared today, lighting the candles. Deeply grateful for all that you contribute to this community. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How about these magnificent musicians, Linda and Joshua and Raphael? So grateful for you and for what you bring to this community and your creative spirit. And I want to say thank you to each and every one of you for making your presence known here, not just here at Unity of Tucson, but in this world. You are a light, you are life, you are love, you are magnificent. And I'm grateful for everyone who's joined us online as well. Right? Just live in gratitude. Let's complete our time here today by sharing together the prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds me. I am that light. The love of God enfolds me. I am that love. The power of God protects me. I am that power. The presence of God watches over me. I am that presence. Wherever I am, God is. Wherever God is, I am. And so it is. Amen. We're going to end the day on a high note. Feel free to get up and move your body if you want.
I can't help it. God makes me want to sing. I can't help it. God makes me want to sing. Makes me feel so good I can do most anything. I am loving every living thing. I can see the face of God and paupers and kings. We're all precious, no one less or more, and we've all got the same treasure in store. That's why I'm loving every living thing. I can't help it. God makes me want to sing. I can't help it. God makes me want to sing. Makes me feel so so good I can do most anything.
Make your week magnificent, everyone. Namaste.